Where? Oh, no, there wasn't anywhere we were. Um, I was thinking about Fredericksburg though. Okay, here comes everyone. Good morning. I'm Judge Person, and I
Hey,
do lead to the meeting. I'm gonna leave folks on mute because I actually just pull everybody in at once, which might be a little different from other ways courts are doing this. I don't know, but I will make some announcements. But I am gonna start with the pretrial docket. And the first thing I want to do is just introduce folks to Ryan Matson, who is the prosecutor for the city. Mr. Matson, could you unmute briefly and just say your name, introduce yourself?
Good morning, everyone. I'm Ryan Matson. I'm the prosecutor for Temple.
So what that means is that as the prosecutor, he represents the state of Texas. He does not represent me. He does not represent you. He represents the state's position. So if you are on the pretrial docket today, you're going to meet with him. And that means that, you're not required to talk about the case itself. You might discuss options that you have available, any offers that he might be making, any requests that you're making. You can voice those. And after that meeting, we'll come back over and kind of do a check-in. This is a voluntary meeting and it's convenient and we want to keep that convenience, but always understand that if you prefer to come in for a hearing here, we can do that here in the court. And you have that option. And if you need to exercise that option, well, just let me know and we'll go in that direction. I'm going to make other announcements in a moment, but I do want to just kick off his docket to get things working. And we have Kat Nowatkowski. I'm so sorry if I've said that incorrectly, but can you unmute for me? Oh, you are unmuted. Good morning.
Yes. Good morning.
Since I'm sure you know court procedure, I'm going to go ahead and move you over to that meeting with the prosecutor, and I'll assign you over to that meeting, and then you'll have an opportunity. You'll be coming back over. If there's any difficulty moving back over, I can assist with that, and the prosecutor will let me know about that. So I'm just moving you over right now. And there's several cases from the Tkach firm. They're going to go ahead and get started. I had a few folks who I could not connect to a specific case. So I just want to do that real quickly and make sure that I have everybody accounted for. I did mark kind of the order that folks had appeared. So a real quick question, if I could, let me just see. Anayasia Autry. Mr. Matson, are you not moving over?
Judge, I just really briefly, in the interest of saving
Anayasia
time,
Autry,
Wait, just one.
joined the wrong name. I'm Jada Sykes. I'm sorry.
That's okay. You are
It
again,
might join under my email for my job. I'm Jada Sykes.
that's not a problem.
Jada Alexis.
Yeah, that's not a problem. I'm going to change it on the screen. It won't change it like permanently. When you log out, it'll go back, it'll revert back. But I just want to keep track of you.
Yes, ma'am.
And that way I don't lose track
Yes,
of.
ma'am.
Thank you. I'll be with you soon. And
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
thank you, Mr. Matson. I'm sorry. I have a few dismissals and things here. I did not, I may have misunderstood. Does it account for all of the Tkach cases?
no, Judge.
Okay, I'm gonna work through those in just a moment. I thought y'all could go ahead and get started though, please, on anything else pending. And I'll go through these papers in a moment because they were just handed to me. They were well prepared. I just got in and had to do a different warrant process when I got here. So I'll be back over those shortly. Is that what you were gonna check in about?
I was also going to let you know that Mr. Minnick and I spoke late yesterday afternoon, and so we already have a tentative agreement in place. I was hoping if we could just get a reset date, that way he could be let go and not have to wait.
Yes.
And same with Mr. Higginbotham.
Okay. So on Mr. Higginbotham's cases and Mr. Minnick's cases, we're doing resets.
Yes, please, Judge.
Okay, I will get that sorted with them. I'm assuming any date that you're available on the calendar is doable. And
That's fine.
Okay, you may proceed. Thank
Okay,
you.
thank you, Judge.
Judge, I also have an agreement with Mr. Madsen.
A lot of people do. If y'all could let me
Okay.
get through and do the order that I need to do, everybody just calm down for a minute. Not that you weren't, Mr. Lowry, but I'm taking an order and then I promise I will get to those agreements, but I'm gonna start with clearing my docket up and getting organized. And I need to do that first. So be patient with me. Actually, I have someone named T.L. Varese. If you could unmute and just talk to me for a moment, what case are you associated with?
It's the case, I don't know the young lady's name, but I was trying to have my case expunged,
Okay,
my part expunged.
okay. Sorry? Varese. Okay, I've got you down.
Okay,
And
thank you.
I'll be back with you shortly. Okay, great. Thank you. And let's see. A person not on screen, but the name is Daziana. Daziana?
Yes.
Yes, could you tell me the name of the case you're associated with?
It has to do with
What's your first full name?
Daziana Martinez.
Oh, Martinez. Okay, let's see. Okay, I see now. Okay, you'll be meeting with Mr. Matson shortly, but right now I'll have you on mute and I'll change the name on the screen. Ms. Martinez. And there was one more on the telephone. Mr. Potter. Okay. Okay, we'll be with him shortly. Thank you. Okay, now I did get handed a number of things and I just want to check in on these. If anyone is here for Luis Arevado, that case is being dismissed. Is anyone here for that case? And I've signed that dismissal. Is anyone here on the John Fuentes case? There's actually a deferral, and I've signed that deferral. And then on the DeCotch firm, that is something they're working on. Anyone here for John Guthrie? I don't see Thomas Swain, but I just want to check in. Are you here, Mr. Swain? We are missing paperwork. We'll sort that out as we go. Mr. Higginbotham, let's get a new court date for you.
Judge.
Right now, I do have a live. Do you want to come in live or are we doing a Zoom reset? As I understood it, it's a Zoom reset.
It's a Zoom reset. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I have June 10th.
That's perfect.
Okay, we're going to email that reset over to you, to the email that we used to set the case today. Will that work for you, sir?
Be perfect.
Okay, you're free to go. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. It's here. Cheyenne Minnick, I think you're here. There you go. Thank you. I do have a deferral for 120 days. There is a reduction first and an 8-hour, the reduction is down to 1 81 total. That includes court costs and a reduction of fine. And then a deferral for 120 days, with that amount being paid in 30 days and an 8-hour anger management class due in 60 days. Is that your understanding? You'll have to unmute, please.
Are you talking to me, Judge?
No, ma'am, I'm actually talking to
Ju-
Minnick. Mr. Minnick, go ahead.
Yeah, that is my understanding, and I was going, my understanding also is that I was going to be emailed the paper so I could go over that and make sure that my client fully understood.
Okay, what will happen is we'll email that to you shortly. And I've signed the paperwork to kind of move that forward. And if there's any, if it's different than you understood it or your client disagrees, please let us know. We'll reset you.
Yes, ma'am. And my reset date to come back is?
June 10th.
Thank you, Judge. I appreciate it.
You're good to go, Mr. Minnick. Thank you.
Have a wonderful day.
And you too, sir. Thanks. Let's see. Now, Mr. Lowry, hold on. Okay, Mr. Lowry is here with Beverly Hammett's case. Okay, Mr. Lowry, I've got my file pulled up, but I think we've got some, I'm looking for some paperwork. Give me just a moment. Okay, do you know of any that's in the works? Okay, what was your question today?
Judge, I have deal with the prosecutor. My client's going to pay one, and he's going to dismiss one.
Okay,
And so,
what I'm gonna do is ask that y'all meet and formalize that. I don't have any paperwork yet. But you're
okay,
right up. You're actually gonna see him shortly.
okay, thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Okay, I think I've got everything under hand. So I do want to let folks know who have not been here before a couple of things about court. So this is a Class C court. The cases filed here are Class C offenses. If a person is found guilty of a Class C offense, the result is a fine and costs. Okay, you aren't subject to a jail sentence. People can get warrants if they fail to come to court. In that situation, what we're looking at is, not appearing on time. So always keep up with your court dates and keep your address current and your email current so that we are able to reach you. Because if we think there's an issue or a problem, we will reach out. Right now, authorized through US mail. We do try to do courtesy calls and courtesy emails. If we have those, we try to use those, but legally we're bound to that address. So please keep your address current. If you're seeking legal advice before you get started on your case, we don't court appoint counsel in Texas on Class C offenses. We do give people time. If you need time to meet with someone first before you get started, you may just say, Judge, I need time, and I will reschedule your case. We'll look for another date. Otherwise, we're going to proceed. Once your plea is accepted by the court, that is a right that we have, but it's waived when our plea is accepted. So just be aware of that there's just a point where you're moving forward. Now, I do want to talk to you a little bit about the plea options that are available in this type of court. Guilty, not guilty, no contest are generally the pleas that are brought in or that are available for folks. Just give me a moment. Mr. Sigmund, I see you there. Give me just a moment because I have a question on my docket. Is he?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, on the silent wiki case?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you. I have an X on there. Does that mean it's a minor? Okay.
He is a minor. Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Okay, we'll be with you in a little bit. Thank you.
Sure. Thank
We've
you.
started, and we'll be with you soon.
Gotcha.
So, I've got a hand up. Hi, Miss Lefton. Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Thank you. Sorry, Judge. I had a Zoom for another court at the same time, so I didn't know if you needed me to identify who my client was, and I'm sorry if I missed that.
No, I don't need you to. You're with Bobby Ray.
Wonderful. Okay. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Okay.
So if you plead guilty, you are admitting an offense. You're saying I did this. And if you plead no contest, you're not admitting or denying the offense. You're allowing the court to move forward without admitting or denying the offense. If you plead not guilty, you're moving that case basically onto a trial docket. You are contesting the charge, but you're putting the state on notice that they will be required at trial to prove the case against you. So those three pleading options are utilized in this type of court. I'm going to pick up on that thread in just a moment, but I see Mr. Matson and Ms. Nowakowski, excuse me, are out of their meeting. So let's go ahead and talk about, I know we have a couple of cases from the Tocat's firm. Can we start with the Gasper case?
We can, Judge. For both cases, actually, Your Honor, there's a tentative agreement on each.
Okay.
They just need time to talk to their clients.
Okay, so that's both on the Gasper case, and the other case is the Sorrells case.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so I guess the court would suggest we reset to the next available court date, which is June 10th. That should be ample time. We may have to open up some more times if we may need to open up the docket, Mr. Matson, and add more cases to earlier times, but for now, let's set these on 6/10/25 to complete and deal with pretrial Zoom paperwork, or if the cases are still pending, a court date to come on in on this platform.
That sounds good, Your Honor. I anticipate both of these being wrapped up prior to that.
That'd be great, either way. So, Ms. Nowakowski, does that work for you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you're good to go. We'll email that to the email that we have on file, okay?
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Mr. Matson, Mr. Lowry, and you will visit, and the case I have pending for you both at this point is Beverly Hammett, and y'all might wrap that up today. I'm not sure. I'll let y'all tell me, okay?
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Mr. Lowry, I'll move you over to that meeting. Yes?
I'm sorry. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. I'm just making sure your audio is working. Thanks. Okay, so guilty, not guilty, and no contest. There are ways to gain a dismissal on a plea of guilty or no contest. They could be different than you might have experienced if you've watched a proceeding over at the district or county courts. There are some slightly different rules here at this type of court. So let me talk to you about how those work. Generally speaking, there are 4 ways to gain a dismissal on a plea of guilty or no contest in a court like this one. I'm going to tell you what they are, and then I will just tell you how they work. They are compliance dismissals, driver safety course options, deferred dispositions, and teen court. Compliance dismissals are items that can be brought up to date and dismissed. As a general rule, if you have a case like that and you meet the qualifications, I will dismiss that charge. Most of those require that you be on time for court, or they require that you do certain things to bring the situation into compliance, up to date. And what you can expect from me as the judge of the court is that I will look for those and start trying to drive you toward that dismissal. I'll assume you would want that dismissal, and that any of us would. If you had the opportunity, you would want that dismissal. So I will start trying to get you there, okay? You are welcome to ask me about that and to ask questions about your case. It is your case. However, assume that I'm looking for those dismissal options as well, okay? On the second option, a driving safety course option, that option is available for moving violations if the person is otherwise qualified and if, they have not been, there's a list of qualifications. And again, if I see that you could be qualified for that, I'll start digging in to see if I can get you to that dismissal. If you're able to do the driver safety course option and you wish to do so, it really is a good option as far as you do save some money and you do keep the item off of your driving record as a conviction. So it can be helpful for folks. It's not available in certain circumstances. That's why I pre-screen and see if I can get you to that dismissal. And if I can, why, then I start moving the case in that direction. So assume that I'll be looking for that opportunity and talking to you about it. Probably the biggest benefit is that we do drive a little bit better when we go through that process. And sometimes that can be useful, but as a statistic, it's extremely useful because people do in fact, as a whole, drive better after they've taken that course. And Texas really is number one in many ways. And one of them that we aren't proud of is, the death and dismemberment on our roadways. Recently, big tragedy out on I-35, if y'all read about it. So we have a driver safety course option to try to help reduce that number. And statistically, it does do so. But if somebody's qualified here in a little bit, you'll see me walk through that process and we'll see, you can see how it works a little bit. But if you're curious about it, well, bring it up when it's your turn and we can talk about it and see if your opportunity is there for you. But you can't assume that I'm automatically looking for that. Again, I'm going to pause there for a minute. Mr. Lowry and Mr. Mattson, let's check in and see where we are.
Judge, we have reached an agreement. Let me get the case numbers pulled up. I think there were some cases that got put on this docket that I did not realize had been updated, so I need to do a little bit of catching up here.
I only have 2. Let me double check in the courts. We just have 2 charges. A May 13th, they're both from May 13th. One is a fail to prevent an animal at large. The other is a fail to comply with aggressive dog from at the owner's request. And I have both of those set on this pretrial.
The cause number ending in 5605, I believe that's the requirements.
Yes.
Ms. Hammett is going to be changing her plea on that one to no contest.
Okay.
And then as I would like her to have 30 days to make payment on that.
Okay.
And then once payment has been made on that charge, I will be filing a dismissal on the other charge.
Okay, so I'm going to reset the other one for 30 days out, which is going to be April 17th. And we'll be, since she's represented, Mr. Lowry, that'll be a date to come into court. Let's see. So that may or may not work. Let me double check. Right, we have the 15th. So that's a live date. If it's not paid and that dismissal received by that date, then we'll be looking to meet here in court to talk about it, just kind of see where we are. Okay?
That sounds good, Your Honor.
Judge, did you say April 15th?
That's 28 or so days. Yeah.
Okay, April 15th. Okay.
Yes. I've said April 15th. Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Lowry. We'll send all that to the email that we used to set this meeting up for today. Does that email still work for you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. You are good to go with the thanks of the court whenever you're ready.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Higginbotham has already been reset, I do believe, and Lauren Lefton I'm going to go ahead and move you forward with Mr. Mattson. Give me just a moment. There we go. You'll meet with Mr. Mattson, who is the city's prosecutor. Okay? Just making sure your audio is working.
Yes, ma'am, it's working.
Thank you. Now, the third way, remember I said there are 4 options for dismissal. The third way to gain an option of dismissal on a plea of guilty or no contest would be to do a deferral, sometimes called a deferred adjudication. A deferral is a delay of the case, and I don't find the person guilty. I put a court order in place. It lists the things that are required to be done in order to gain a dismissal. In a Class C court, you can ask the judge for a deferral. Other types of courts, you cannot. You have to go through the prosecutor. In the Class C court like this one, you can talk to the prosecutor about a deferral, but you don't have to. So the way that you gain a request for a deferral is guilty or no contest, judge, I would like a deferral. It's a very simple process. You don't have to quote law to me, and but what you do is just make the simple request, deferral, please. And I start looking at whether I'm going to grant that or not. Generally speaking, I'm pretty friendly to those requests, and I'm open-minded about it, and I will talk to you about it. If I grant the deferral, then we sort out the details of the deferral. Once I tell you what I would require, you decide if you're willing to do those things. Sometimes there's a class. Always we work through payment. Sometimes there is a document due or some sort of compliance requirement. There's a variety of things depending on the type of offense. And once we sort through all of that, we put it in writing, and you sign it and I sign it, and I bind myself to signing a dismissal if you do the listed items on the written paperwork. So that is another way to gain a dismissal of the charge. And again, just make sure that you're requesting it if you want to, because it's a little bit different than the other 2 that I've talked about. I'm looking for you. With the deferral, you're asking that of me. It's pretty simple, but again, I'd like a deferred is how we do that. Okay. So those are the first 3. And then the final one is a teen court option. This court has a very robust teen court program and a pretrial diversion program. And those all relate to our students, our young people, and whether or not we allow those options really depends on if they're qualified for them. And what I'm going to do there is just review that if I have a young person. But I do think that only Mr. Sigmund has a young person's case, and he's going to talk to Mr. Mattson first. So I'm not going to go into the details of those types of options right now because we don't have a bunch of teens on this particular docket. We rarely do on Zoom. Okay, Mr. Mattson, I do see that you and Attorney Lefton have met. And if I could get a check-in from you both, that would be fantastic. We're talking here about the Bobby Ray case. So where are we with regard to Bobby Ray's case?
There is an offer on the table, Judge. Ms. Lefton just needs to get in touch with her client. As soon as that's done, I think we'll be able to resolve this. So if we could get one more reset, that'd be great.
Okay, I'm going to reset onto that June 10th date.
June 5th.
Ms. Lefton or Attorney Lefton, does that work for you?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for giving us the time.
Of
And
course.
if my client does accept the offer, can I write into the court and just resolve it prior to that pretrial
Right.
date? Okay.
Yeah, that's basically what would happen. Essentially, you and Mr. Mattson would get all the paperwork done, submitted to me through the coordinator, and I'll sign it. If I don't, we'll let you know. And we have a backup date. if everything gets resolved prior to that backup date, then that backup date gets canceled.
Great. Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Attorney Lefton. You are good to go with the
Okay.
thanks of the court at your leisure.
Thanks. Have a nice day, everyone.
Thank you. Okay. And Mr. Mattson, I do want to get you started with Javier Grier. Mr. Grier, did I say your last name correctly?
It's Greer.
Mr. Greer, thank you very much. You will be meeting with Mr. Mattson. I'm going to move you over to that room with him. And after y'all meet, y'all will come back and we'll get a check-in and see where we are, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Okay. And I'm going to talk to Glenda Gudry. Let me go ahead and Mr. Matz, let's see. Mr. Sigmund will be with you soon. Okay. Miss, do you say Gudry or Gidry?
Gidry.
Thank you. I can only see part of your face.
Oh,
How are you this morning?
okay. How are you?
Good. Let me kind of give you an update, sort of, let's catch up and see. I have 4 cases with an outstanding balance of $1,117. I did grant community service with 56 community service hours, which were due back in November 8th. Then an extension was granted to December 5th, 56 hours due on January 6th. And then I had suddenly then a request for a payment plan on one case. I got a little confused about what we were doing. I set the cases for court January 21st. And at this point, I just don't have community service or payment set up. It's at a standstill. And we need to kind of get a direction. So I did read about your mother, and I'm sorry to hear that. And I can tell that there's a lot going on. Talk to me about that and what I need to know, like as far as your involvement there. Are you still working?
Yes. And my mother was real sick, and it was me and my sister were taking turns help take care of her. The community service places that I reached out to, most of them after 5 o'clock didn't have anything available. And I was having to do mine after 5 o'clock. So I started working. I was able to get everything, worked out with my mother and help somebody else come in and help with her. So at this stop, maybe since I was working, I could just go ahead and do a payment plan then.
Okay. When I had this filled out with you, and this was been a little while, not terribly long, but January, you were at Star Fence Index. Is that
Yes.
still right?
Yes.
Are you still receiving utility and food stamp assistance for you, or is that for someone else?
No, for me.
Okay, is that still
Yes.
okay? And do you pay your rent, or is it someone sharing that with you?
Yeah, somebody's sharing with me.
Okay, what is your amount?
$250.
Okay. And then the bills that were listed, the electric was 75. Is that
Yes.
the portion?
Yes.
And then there's medical, it says $25. Is that like a payment plan?
It's like co-payment.
Okay. And a cell phone bill of $60.
Yes.
And I have gas, $45.50. Is that guessing about right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to just round up to 50.
Yes.
Is there more food costs than the food stamps allow for?
About maybe $75.
Okay.
more.
Okay. Give me a moment. Let me kind of check in where we are. Okay. I am able to grant a payment plan. I'm gonna need a signature today.
Okay.
And we need to pick a date in the month. I'm just gonna go with the lowest amount you asked. You can
Okay.
always pay, you asked for 30 to 40.
Mhm.
Let's do 30.
Okay.
And then if you want to pay more, if you're able to pay more at any point, it's just gonna make it end faster.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, of course. What day of the month would be a good day to look for that $30 from you?
Maybe towards the middle of the month.
Okay. Can you make a payment today?
Not today.
Okay.
I was unprepared for that one.
So-
At the end of on Friday I can.
Okay. Here's what we can do.
Okay.
Friday is gonna be the 21st.
Okay.
And we can just start it with March 21st.
Okay, sounds good.
And then it can always be on the 21st, but if you want to make that earlier, you can.
Okay.
And you can pay more, you can pay early, just not late.
Okay.
And the other thing is, I'm gonna go ahead and look before you get here today. Can you come by this afternoon or at lunchtime to sign for this agreement?
Yes, I can come this afternoon.
Okay. We'll look for you what time?
About maybe 3:30.
Okay. And I'll just put 3:30. We'll be
Okay.
looking for you.
Okay,
I'm
thank
gonna
you.
look and see once we wrap up court this morning, if you could swing that back over to me. If there's any options available to do some reductions.
Okay, thank you.
If I can do that, I will, and then your balance will change and you'll see that when you come in.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay. Do you have any questions, Ms. Goodry?
No, that's it.
Then you are good to go with the thanks of the court, okay? But we'll
Right.
see you, any clerk out front can help you.
Okay.
We'll have your paperwork out there in a little while.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay. I saw earlier Austin Bowery. Not sure I see him now. There you are. Mr. Bowery, can you unmute and get on screen?
Hey, excuse me, Judge. I got a question.
Yes.
I have to get my tooth pulled in about 20 minutes. I'm sitting at my appointment.
You're next.
I'm sorry.
So you have court today, and I understand you're after Mr. Bowery, okay? You're coming right up next. I'll do my best, but it's court. Let me see if I can, I don't want to rush anybody, okay? So, Mr. Bowery, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes?
yeah, go ahead.
Okay. We just have a show cause because we had community service due. It was due really back in October 31st. I did grant an extension due to medical reasons back then.
Yeah.
And the new due date was January 6th, and then nothing was turned in. We've sent paperwork. We haven't really heard back from you. I'm not clear what's happening, that none of the hours are getting done.
Is most transportation. That's my problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you gotten any of your hours done?
No, not yet, but I'm actually planning on, I got a job up in Houston, so I was actually planning to try to relocate up there. Because I wasn't getting anything, like the pay is kind of not that good in Killeen, and I wasn't making ends meet, so
So how are you gonna be, if you can't get to community service, how are you gonna get to Houston to a job?
I will get the Greyhound, and I was gonna stay with my sister, so I could get, like, she could drop me to work. Because it's just transportation right now. That's my problem.
Okay.
That is my problem. I can't go from Killeen all the way to Austin. I used to work in Austin. I can't go all the way that like so it was like a big issue. But I was going to see if I could try to just make a payment plan instead,
Okay,
if it's possible.
can you pay anything today?
Um, no, might be probably by Thursday. Thursday.
Okay, Thursday you can make a payment?
Yeah.
That's in 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I can order that you do $25 starting Thursday.
Okay.
And
Would I be able to pay it by phone or?
well, I need a signature on this today in order to avoid moving the case to a warrant process. So are you coming by to sign this, or can you sign? I can't do electronic signatures. I can do, if you can print it and sign it and email it back,
Okay.
your legal signature
Okay,
today.
that I could do that. I could probably get printed today, yeah.
It's not really a probably. I need it today. Can you do that?
Okay, kind of like okay. Yeah, I could do it. Okay, matter of fact, yeah, I could do it. I could do it. I could do it.
I don't
I'll
have
have
court maybe days. I've got to have it today.
I'll go to the nearest library and get it printed.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll go to the nearest library and get it printed. And all
Okay.
I have to do is sign it and send a picture of it.
Yes, and then
Mhm.
payment must be made on Thursday.
Okay.
And you can do that electronically, but it will cost a little more to do that. And then, it's always going to be due on the 20th.
Okay, that's fine.
And then when you move, you have a duty to change your address
Yeah.
with us. Okay. Okay, here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Remove this from the warrant process that it's in right now. Once
Uh-huh.
I have your signature today.
Okay. You gonna
But
email me the stuff
we
right
have a
now?
long history with you of you not doing things. So it must be today. In fact, this morning would be best, but we're going to email that to you
Mm.
here in about an hour or so. And then
Okay.
I need it back today. And then after that, the payment on Thursday,
Mm-hmm.
and then we stay on a monthly plan.
Okay. And how much do I owe? How much is
Let me look. 570.
570? Okay. Okay.
Okay.
And you say you'll mail me the stuff in like an hour?
Yes.
Okay. I'll get it printed.
You need to understand that the options the court has are community service. We've tried that and it's not worked with you. Payments, we're going to try that. If that doesn't work, sitting it out in jail, having a warrant becomes the option.
Okay.
Okay, I'll look for your signature today.
Okay.
Do you have any questions?
Oh, and the payments I could make it by phone, you said, right? Or I have to do it
Yeah.
online?
Either.
Okay.
You can
Okay. I'll look for the email. I'll get it printed as soon as I get it and I'll sign it and I guess email a picture back to you.
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Miss Sykes, how you doing, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you doing this morning?
Yeah, I'm okay. So I have a few things going on here. So
Yes, ma'am.
a deferral, and it was mailed to you December 6th. We did not get it back, so we set it for a hearing because we didn't get it signed and returned. So January 13th, about 5 to 6 weeks later, we asked you to come into court. At that point, it was turned in, the paperwork. I went ahead and accepted it. Then we had a request for a couple of days later, the 17th of January, there was an extension request for the 14 hours of community service, which were about to be due January 21st. Because, it was 2 months, like it was about a month and a half, sorry, after the deferral was supposed to be back. So anyway, it was set for the 21st to be turned in. I got a request saying, give me more time. I did amend it to March 10th. And I went ahead and said, I need, also the 3 months of insurance proof, which was a condition of the deferred. And that was supposed to be turned in by January 21st. We did call and send an email too, but the email came back as undeliverable. So I went ahead and just reset the hearing like a courtesy for 3 months for the insurance proof. And that was due March 24th. On March 10th, I got a letter saying that you didn't live in Texas, you were visiting, you live in Florida. And we got that address finally. We didn't have it until then. And we updated the address, and the deferral's coming up to the end. So obviously you weren't able to come in if you live in Florida, so we set it for online hearing. And I'm just looking at your letter. I'm more willing to participate in any other appropriate process to resolve the situation. And here we are. And I can't transfer cases like this to Pensacola. They wouldn't take it, and the law doesn't permit that. But what we're trying to do is resolve it. I mean, initially we're in a deferral, and so let's see if I could get a copy of the deferral. The deferral ends May 27th.
Yes, ma'am.
And I've determined that you're not able to pay the balance. So I ordered community service, which you can do at nonprofits and where you live. We just have to get them pre-approved and make sure that I'm going to be able to, accept those hours, because I have to have proof that it's a nonprofit under the laws. So we're after the due date again on that community service. Are you trying to pay this, or are you trying to pay it through community service? Because the law,
I would like to do it. I'm sorry that
the
it's
law in
loud.
Texas, the law in Texas is payment or community service.
How much is the payment?
$281. It's on your document.
Okay. If I was to pay the $281, could I get time to pay it? To just go ahead and pay that out?
I can try to do that, but we've had time since January and it's March, so we're now limited on time.
Right. Yes, ma'am. I can have the 281 paid. I don't get paid this week. Give me 1 second to check my calendar. If I do the payment, I can pay it all full on the 28th. If not, then I can still do the community service hours, whichever one I can do, and go ahead so I can have it dismissed. I didn't know if I can just go ahead down here in Florida and do the community service hours, because they told me I had needed a form and to get it accepted. So
I can go ahead and do payment on the 28th. Okay. Now, are you insured?
Ma'am?
Are you insured?
No, ma'am. I'm trying to get that now as we speak. Once I leave here, I do have a meeting to go down there to the insurance company that I'm trying to do and talk to them, which is Geico, and see if I can because I don't have a vehicle. The vehicle I was driving was my friend's. We were just trying to get my stuff from the airport. So I'm trying to see if I can just get insured just for me instead of trying to get that vehicle, because every insurance I have been trying to contact and trying to get, they're telling me that I need a vehicle or at least a tag number.
Okay, let me ask you just a question. Like right now, how are you getting about?
Right now, I'm getting around between my grandmother dropping me off in Uber and Lyft.
Okay, your grandmother's vehicle, is it insured?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. My grandmother does have insurance.
Okay. Is that a vehicle that you sometimes have available to you?
If I needed to use it, yes, ma'am, but not frequently because my grandmother, she's more so elderly now, so she kind of set her car down. So I don't really try to drive it too much either. But if I needed to, like if I had a doctor's appointment or something important, then she would let me use it for transportation. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and you're not excluded from driving her vehicle on her insurance, right?
No, ma'am.
So the general rule is that if you're not excluded, you're allowed to drive it on occasion. You could submit that insurance and not go through all of this.
So I can just turn my grandmother's insurance in.
Yeah, I would take that.
Okay, because I am a second driver on hers.
Okay, even better.
So I can definitely turn that one in. I can have that. I can fax that to you guys today.
Okay. I'm gonna make a note that you're gonna fax that in today.
And if I don't by today, I know she's in therapy right now. I can have it there by open in the morning.
I'm just gonna put 319 on there, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
That gives you a day.
Yes, ma'am.
We're trying to resolve it, not stress you to death, okay?
Correct. Thank you so much for working with me as well.
Yes, ma'am, of course. And I'm glad you've kept up with it. I think what happened is we didn't have the right address.
Yes, ma'am. That's definitely what it was because they were sending everything to my friend's house in Texas, the one who car I was using, that address that was registered. And she's telling me a little bit about it, but she don't even really be home to check her mailbox. So she don't really keep me updated. So I just had to start calling you guys for myself because I was waiting on the papers and the deferrals. Also, I have a question. They sent me let me see, what's the name of this paper?
It's
in my email. Do I have to sign this and send it back?
I have your signature here.
Yes, ma'am.
And then you'll see I'm making changes that we just talked about here on
Yes, ma'am.
these issues so that now your requirements are different. Now you've got, time to get these things done. And I'm not lengthening your deferral. It's just going to end in May. We're not changing that. And so I will email this to you. There's nothing additional for you to sign. It's really up to me to make those changes, and I've made them per our conversation today.
Yes, ma'am.
And, things should be good to go now.
Yes, ma'am. My check does drop about on the 29th, maybe like around noon. I know that's a Saturday. Am I still able to pay my fee on the weekend?
You can do it online. Yes.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay. We'll check for it that Monday.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Ms. Sykes, good luck with your tooth. I'm sorry to hear that's happening for you, but you are good to go.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much for working with me.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
You too. Have a great one.
You too. Bye-bye. Mr. Mattson, let me get Mr. Greer back in here. Okay. Hi, Mr. Greer, Mr. Mattson. Let's see where we are on the single issue of accusation of the handicap placard.
Your Honor, I just forwarded emails to Aaron showing the placard and license of Mr. Greer's mother, who was the person he was with driving the vehicle. And so I would move to dismiss at this time.
Okay. Did you include a dismissal or should we generate one?
I can print one out and send it to you.
Okay. Mr. Greer, as soon as I receive that, I will sign it. And that means that the matter will be resolved. And what we'll do is email you a copy of that dismissal once we have it completed so that you have a signed copy, okay?
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
You're good to go with the thanks of the court. Thank you for your time today.
You have a nice day. Thank you.
You too, Mr. Greer. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And Mr. Mattson, I'm going to move you forward. Let's see, with Abigail Keaton. Abigail Keaton, if you could unmute and start your video so that we can have that meeting, that would be great.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, I sure can.
Good morning, Judge.
Good
How you
morning.
doing?
I'm well, thank you for asking. I'm going to move you forward to talk to Mr. Matson.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Okay. I'm sorry, I didn't hand you this yet. Thank you. And let me just, looking at the Varese case. Give me a moment, ma'am. I know you're waiting patiently on the Tawana Varese case. Give me a moment to see what's happening here. Right. I'm a little confused and I just want to check in. This is your case, is that right? I think I saw a yes, but let me get you to unmute. That would help.
Hi, yes, ma'am, it is.
Okay, great. There is a process for expunction, and I'm not able to practice law for you. I did ask them to set a meeting because I thought it would be easier if we had a face-to-face conversation. Some things are just not. By the time I write it all out, it would just be worse. So there is a process for doing expunctions in Class C courts now that did not used to exist for us, but we became a court of record. And what that means for your particular situation is I might be able to expunge this. I don't know yet.
Okay.
What you do is, you send in, there's a process under state law. And I pulled this up a minute ago. Give me a moment. I know I have it up.
Okay.
Let's see. Hold on. Okay, so Chapter 55 of the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure allows for expunction of certain criminal cases. And they used to only be at district courts, and it was very limited and strenuous. And hold on, I'm just looking at some notes. So Chapter 55, which is, we are now adding confusion to this because under state law, all the laws in Texas are being renumbered completely. Okay. They're renumbering all the codes. So it's becoming 55A, which sounds similar, but you can miss it if you don't have the right stuff to look it up. So what happens is, let's see. What I don't know is because we did a dismissal, are you eligible for an expunction? And I really don't know, but if the charge is no longer pending, the statute says, then it's under 55.01 and you, sorry, Article 45.051 is where you would look. If you complete a case and it's dismissed as a deferral, then it looks like you might be eligible for an acquittal, expunction. Now, you're not required to file a petition, but there's a list of things that you are going to be required to basically certify to the court under oath. And, the prosecutor needs to be present. So we'll have to set this for hearing. And That's partly because the prosecutor prepares the order for expunction.
Mhm.
And let's see. Yeah, there's $100 fee. And hold on. That fee, I can give you the law if you want to know why or how we have the authority to charge it, but state law basically allows it. And then we'll need the name, the gender, the race. This is all statistic purposes, okay, that the state requires. Your date of birth, your license number, your social security number, the address at the time of the arrest, what you were charged with, the date you were charged, the date of arrest, the county where arrested, the name of the city, who arrested you. So, in my opinion, I think what we would want to do is, set this for hearing and just have you come in so that we can do all of the information at once and let the prosecutor know that you're coming in. And I would say at that point, that day, you would want to be prepared to pay the $100.
Mhm.
Okay. And we can do that all in the court at that time.
Okay.
Now, I kind of had the impression you'd like to do this sooner rather than later. It's a matter of a job. Am I wrong?
Well, before any of this happened, I've always worked for the government. And I've never been in trouble before. So when this incident happened, I actually had just come home from Germany.
Okay.
And I was trying to get my vehicle fixed when the young lady broke my tailgate. And that's what initiated it. And during that process, I reached out to the police department. I didn't get any help from the person who was on the case. So it just basically made everything look as if I was the initiator and I was the one going, and I'm the one paying fines and fees, and she pretty much went on with her life as normal, as if she hadn't done anything. When
Okay.
I tried to press charges or whatever, again, nothing happened with her. As a matter of fact, it was one of your clerks that actually gave me her name. That's why I wasn't able to give you her name at the beginning of the meeting. I've never known her name. The police department wouldn't give it to me. I tried to press charges. They kept telling me that the prosecutor would see the video. And I know if you look at the email that I sent to the clerk, I was asking that, hey, it's all on record, but nobody ever looked at it on my behalf. They never listened to the 911 call where she told them what she did. Nothing happened to her. It's just been me going through the process. But to answer your question, yes, ma'am, I've always worked for the government. I have a security clearance. So when it's time to go to work, that is one of the first things that they look at.
Okay. I have April 15th as a court date that is available right now. Will that date work for you?
Yes, ma'am, whatever date you have.
Okay. Would you be prepared to pay that $100 fee at that time?
Yes, ma'am, I can.
Okay. So, I'm going to determine, I would say, come on in. We're going to set it for that date. I'm looking at my clerk who's not making eye contact with me. I'm just trying to make sure we're good. Okay, I think we're good. And she was focused on something different. And then I will alert the prosecutor that we're moving forward with that expunction process. Okay. And if I determine that I can do that expunction, which it looks like I can, but I want to make sure that day.
Yes, ma'am.
Signing it, then I charge you the $100 at that point. So
Okay.
do that day though, so be prepared for that.
Sure thing.
Bring your license, bring your social security card, okay? And that should be enough for us to proceed. I won't copy the card, but I think I'm supposed to verify your social security number at that point. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So
All
we
right.
now we have a plan, okay?
All right. All right. Thank you so
Right.
much.
And I will let the prosecutor know about that court date as well, because he has involvement there as well. Okay.
Sure thing. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. See you then. Okay. You know where we're located?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. You have a blessed one.
You too. Thank you. You're good to go, and we'll send you an email that just has that court date on it.
Okay. All right. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, Mr. Mattson, let me move, let's see, the Abigail, I'm forgetting the name, hold on. Keaton case. Forward.
Sorry, Judge. I didn't know how to get out of that
There
room
you
with
are.
Mr.
There you are.
Matson.
You
Yeah,
made
I
it.
was confused. I thought it was gonna go switch right back, but I was like, I didn't want to accidentally leave the meeting,
No,
so I was trying to figure out how to work because I've really never done Zoom before. But
you're doing great.
thank you.
Let's get an update. Mr. Mattson's gonna chime in, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge, we do have an agreement for a deferral.
Okay,
First, I'd like to reduce the fine on Miss Keaton's cause to 0 so that she's just paying court costs.
okay. I'll accept that.
And then the deferral terms will be 90 days. She's going to come in and make payment and sign the document today. I think after this meeting is over.
Okay,
And then the only other requirement for that deferral is that she submits the license documentation that she gets from DPS by April 30th.
okay. All right. I will approve that. I need a few minutes to get the documents ready. Ms. Keaton, what time should we look for you this morning? Can it be about 11:30 or 12?
I can come in actually by like 10:45 if those documents are ready. I don't live too far. I was there, but I left because I had to pee. I'm
Okay.
pregnant, so I'm so sorry. But I would have been there. But yes, ma'am, I can go back as soon as like we get off this meeting,
No
and
rush,
then so I can go and make that payment.
no rush, but my clerk is nodding her head, so we're good. Don't rush,
Okay.
but we'll have it ready.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much, Judge.
Thank you, Ms. Keaton. We'll see you soon.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, we're not quite done, but we're getting close. We have the Martinez case. Desiana, Ms. Desiana Martinez, can you unmute and then just start your video?
Okay.
Okay, let me move you over to that meeting with Mr. Mattson.
Mhm.
And then I have Mr. Potter, and then I have Mr. Zigman. Mr. Potter, I know you're on phone in the lobby. How are you doing this morning? Well, we may start with Mr. Zigman. We'll see. I'll try one more time when Mr. Mattson's back out. I believe that's what he's talking about. Yes. Okay, on the Martinez case, where are we, Mr. Matson?
We have an agreement, Judge.
Okay,
Ms. Martinez is going to be pleading no contest to the rabies shot violation,
okay.
and in exchange, the sterilization will be dismissed.
And Ms. Martinez, on that rabies vaccination case, the balance is 226. When would you be paying that?
I'd have to do it in payments. So, I mean, I could probably pay the first in like next week.
Okay, what is your request as to how much you would pay?
Whatever y'all allow me to pay.
Can you do the $50 that you requested?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, and what's your best start date next week?
The 26th.
Okay, that's the 26th of March. And are you paid every 2 weeks in your job?
Right now I am not working. I get Social Security because I'm on dialysis. So I'm on a fixed income.
Okay, after next week, we're gonna go monthly on the 26th, and we'll go at $25 a month, and you can pay more if you wish,
Okay.
but we'll keep it at 25 or more on
Okay.
time, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Can I have you come by today to sign for this?
I don't live in Temple, so I could print it out and sign it.
Yes, can I email it to you? Have you print it, sign it, and email it back?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then I'll put that we're emailing. Can we use the email that we used to set up today's meeting?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Ms. Martinez, we'll send that to you. And we'll do the one payment at $50, but then we'll back it down to 25.
Okay.
And I will sign the dismissal and approve the payment plan. Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much, Judge.
Thank you, Ms. Martinez. We'll email that to you shortly.
Okay. Thank you. Have a good day.
And you too. You're good to go.
Okay. Bye.
Bye-bye. I do have Mr. Potter on the phone. I've tried to get an unmute there. Let me try one more time. Mr. Potter, can you unmute? We've got a clerk assistant.
Judge, can you hear me?
Yes. Okay.
Okay, he's
Let me-
he's here. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
There you go, Mr.
Hello, ma'am.
Hi, Mr. Potter. I'm going to move you over, technically speaking, to a private meeting with the prosecutor, Mr. Matson, who is here today as well. Okay?
All right. Thank
You'll
you, ma'am.
you'll hear it move you. And at the end of that, you might be able to move back or you might have to call back in, okay?
I'll have one of the girls here in the office call back because I don't know how.
Yes, sir. I understand. We're moving you over at this time. Um, it's a plead to one, dismiss the other. I'm sure he's calling back in. Is there an agreement?
There is, Judge.
You can go ahead.
He is actually going to be bringing in the license plates that have the international symbol of access on them, the wheelchair symbol, which allows you to park in a handicap spot. And once those have been scanned in by the clerks, I'm going to be filing a motion to dismiss.
Okay. Okay, he hasn't produced them yet. Does he have?
He told me that he has them and he's going to bring them in.
Okay,
He told me that the symbol is on there before I asked, and so that makes me believe him.
okay. Okay. What I'll do is if he can give that to us today, that's great. If not, I'll give him till tomorrow and then I'll reset him.
He said he should be able to do it within the next hour, so I anticipate we'll have that done by noon.
Okay. We'll see what the clerks can get us from him. We'll work with him. But Mr. Sigmund's been waiting. He was a little late to court, which is not a problem. It happens, but he is ready to go. I know that. So, Mr. Sigmund, let's go ahead and move you forward, okay, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you. I know.
Sorry, Judge, got stuck in the room.
Sorry, I just got busy looking at a document.
That's okay.
Excuse me, folks. Okay, where are we on the Logan Sawicki case?
I was actually curious what the teen court schedule is coming up, Judge.
Oh, okay. We're getting close to done, but we do have live teen court available, I believe. Let me double check this date. April 2nd, which is right around the corner.
Okay. Are there any others after that, Judge?
I believe we're going to wrap up teen court at that point for the year on the live court. Let me double check that statement. Give me a second. Yeah, that's right. We have our banquet on the 23rd.
Okay.
But we do teen court in other ways. We have a variety of ways that we approach teen court, as Mr. Mattson knows. So the live process is a good one. We do apparently have availability there, which means I'm trying to fill those slots. But
Gotcha.
and that's a good one because it's our gold standard. Like it's the best one as far as, recurrence. We're unlikely to see a person again after that process.
Right.
If y'all come to an agreement about what teen court should look like, I can honor that most of the time. On this type of case, if we left the teen court, the live option, what we would then do is meet with the juvenile case manager who would make a recommendation to the court about what process we should follow, and then you're free to agree or disagree with that recommendation.
Okay.
The live process would be, we probably would meet with them just beforehand, but I'm not sure if we'd have time, but we would, yeah, I think they would have time to do that. And then they would sort of walk them through the process so that they understand what's happening.
Okay.
And we would then set it for the live date of April 2nd at the high school. This is
Okay.
a Temple person. So if they're at Temple High School, it's real easy because they get out of school and go right down there to the,
Okay.
we do it.
Who would they contact for that, for the JCM? Who is that?
Tracy Niece is the person that they would be calling.
Okay.
They would either meet with her, or we also have Mel O'Hanlon.
Okay.
I think their contact information is even on our website, but
Okay.
they could call the court, or if we can know how to call them. And if you want to attend that meeting, you can. We do
Okay.
ask the parent to be there. It's the main thing.
Okay. If they could not make that live teen court, you mentioned there are other ways. What would those be?
We would start with that meeting as well,
Okay.
because then a recommendation would come forward and I would look at it. And we would probably set that for a live date. I don't know what they would recommend.
Okay. Well, we've got a backup plan for a deferral, Judge. If I could have a reset on that, on this case, I'll get with my client to make sure they understand their options and then go from there. I'm assuming they're going to want to do the teen court. That's what I'm going to recommend.
Okay, what I'd like to do is hear from you quickly because
Yes, ma'am.
we're coming right around the corner. We do the case handout for that teen court. Let me see. Friday is the handout date. So I would like to know by Thursday if we're
Okay.
going for that, because this is all like, there's a lot of setup that we do.
Right. Okay.
What I would like to do is have you have Ms. Stott's email.
Mhm.
And if you emailed Ms. Stott's and Mr. Mattson CC'd on it or directed on it, yeah, we want to do live. What's our next step? And she would set up that process. She would take it from there. Or no,
Okay.
no, then she'll get with me and we'll set it up the other way.
Okay. I'll get that done, Judge.
Do you know how the teen court works?
I do. I'm familiar with it. My daughter does it in another city, so I've seen it happen. I think it's a great program.
It's a little different everywhere you go, but the way that we currently do it is it's a jury of your peers.
Right.
And I kind of base this on the federal sentencing guidelines that,
Right.
they listen to your case and they go like up or down with the numbers. And once they decide a number, then you sit down with the case manager and try to, and figure out how to fulfill that number.
Right.
And so we do that all in live at the high school. 16-year-old would have a parent present, any
Right.
parent, it doesn't have to be both. And that way they know what's going on. You could
Right.
attend or not attend. It would be up to you as their attorney what you want to do with that. And then they walk away with an order and everything they need to complete it successfully.
Okay. No,
Okay,
that sounds great. I'll get with them and I will let Ms. Stotts and Mr. Madsen know as soon as I got something. Okay.
fantastic. Sounds good.
Thank you all.
But just to be clear, we've got to hear from you by Thursday,
I
okay?
understand. Yes, ma'am.
Time is a little critical on this.
I'll get right on it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we'll keep moving it ahead.
All right. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Sam. Bye-bye. Okay, let me end the live process.